Welcome to the ADLR podcast. I didn't get Randall's audio. Never mind. So, Randall, can you get an audio here? Something?
Testing.
Can we get it with less sexual tension?
Testing.
There we go. Sick. Welcome to the ADLR podcast. I'm joined by Sexual Randall. Say something, Randall. I mean, this is your cue, right?
Testing.
All right. And we got Brian. Randall's going to turn from Groot to I am Groot. I am testing. Sorry. Anywho. We're back this week. We didn't have a bye. We didn't pass last week. We talked last week. It was a week before that. Luckily, that's bars. Luckily, the hurricane's not gonna come towards us. The Lee one is going straight to the north. So Godspeed to anyone in the north. From the looks of it, anyway, the data, it was supposed to hit us like tomorrow or Thursday if it was gonna come to us, but that shit's taking a crazy turn straight north. So hopefully, it just keeps going into the water and then just turns into nothing. So we on, right? We're not surviving this. Yeah, we on and popping. It looks like you're super engaged with something, Brent. I don't know what it is.
No, I'm just looking through and claiming stuff on Twitch.
Oh, like the Twitch Prime stuff?
Yeah.
You just reminded me. I gotta go through that. I haven't been on Twitch. Like, I'll sometimes pop up on my phone and see who's streaming. I'm like, oh, maybe I'll watch this for a couple seconds, and then insta sleep, right?
I've been, for the most part, just if it's like a tournament, that's on. And I look to see if they're streaming on YouTube as well, and I just watch on YouTube.
Oh, damn, you're making a hard switch then, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
I've been mostly watching life stuff doesn't. Like, I like the edited stuff now. I've been like leaning like Gino. I follow Gino, the Elden Ring runner, one of the speedrunners. He does a bunch of interesting runs, like only use flails or only use consumables and stuff like that. And I try to catch one of his stuff live, and I'm like, I kind of like his edited stuff because there's usually a lot of downtime. Like he knows how to talk to the chat and commentate well, but when it's edited and it's just all the stuff that's cool, then I'm like, all right, cool. All the prevalent stuff. Like, there's no dead air, there's no nothing. All the edited stuff is just kicking for me. Watching people live, I'm like, I try, and it's like, what are we doing?
I don't mind watching it live, but for the most part, just for like an event, like watching people live.
Yeah, watching like award shows or like announcements or like tournaments or something that's like competitive. I can see that live because it's happening in real time. But casually hanging out playing something, I'm like, it's hard for me to sit there and keep watching it.
Yep.
But if it's like edited stuff, what's up?
Even then, like if casually playing like a competitive game like Street Fighter, I can watch just because I can like it's more like a study thing.
Oh, okay.
See, and especially if they play a character I play, if it's like a tournament or something along the lines, I can digest something from it. It's easier, but like you said, if it's someone just playing like I couldn't watch someone just play Starfield because one, I'd rather play, and two, I don't care, and I'm not invested enough to see your experience through it.
That's kind of, well, for me, it's just, I don't want anything spoiled because it's a game about exploration and stuff. So I'm like trying to I'm trying to hit everything organically, if that makes sense. So that's why I'm not watching people play Starfield because I'm busy playing Starfield. Before we get into Starfield, you played a good amount, right?
Yeah, I played. I mean, I don't know in comparison to how big the game is, but I got like a dozen hours.
Okay, cool. I was gonna say, if you hit double-digit hours, it's time to talk about it, right?
Yeah, I have legal amount of hours of 18.
Oh shit! Oh my god, am I legal? Hold on. I do not know if I have over 18 hours. I hope so. I haven't even listened to Guts yet. That's where I'm at with Starfield. Like, I haven't even listened to new music. I'm in there.
I haven't listened to it either.
I'm probably gonna listen to it tomorrow, or not tomorrow. I have a day full of meetings tomorrow. It'll probably be Thursday.
I meant to today, and then I was kind of already fed up with the day, so I'm like, let me just listen to my 2023. I don't listen to anything new.
That's fair. I've done that too. That's usually my. That's kind of how I'm weeding out like all the songs that I thought were gonna be in my playlist for 2023. I listen to it while I'm working out, or if I'm like driving somewhere.
It's been a
Yes.
while since I've had to weed anything else, surprisingly.
Well, because I'm usually like what I listen to it while I'm working and stuff, so it's like a secondary thing. I'm like, oh, this thing hit. It's my brain's moving. I'm moving. Add it to the list, and then once the repeat, if it can survive the repeat on the playlist, then it stays. If it doesn't, I'm like, no, I'm annoyed by this, or I'm just over it. Then move it out. I'm at 20 hours with Far Steel, so we're pretty much neck and neck there. What well, I was we were about. I'm already about to jump into Starfield already. Uh, did I watch anything new? No, I'm
I'm.
watching. I'm watching the weeklies, right? Jujutsu Kaisen.
I think I. Speaking of that, I think I caught up. I think I watched English. I think I've watched the not the throwback. I think I just saw the last flashback thing. Is it when he
it's like
wakes up?
5 episodes. Yes, and
Okay,
he
so
wakes
that's
up.
the last thing I saw.
That's the first part of the new season. So you saw the throwback. Now the next season you start. The next episode you start is modern time, and the first half is a little, it's wholesome, and then it immediately second half of the episode shit pops off.
I'm not gonna lie to you. From that little bit of time, from like the flashback, I think I like those characters more than
Facts. Like even the
the
bad
current
guy, I
ones.
like the bad guy. He grew up to be a bad dude. I'm like, oh, he's dope.
I like him quite a bit actually.
Yeah, he's really dope. I didn't expect that the gunshot. Like when that happened, I'm like,
I
what?
laughed. I didn't expect it either. I didn't. I think because of how they did the fight beforehand,
Mm-hmm.
I thought that there was some kind of other reason as to why the flashback part ends in the way it does. But
Yeah,
then they showed they animate. I'm like, oh,
yeah. They sure animate. They made him God pretty much with
I was
his power. I'm like, oh, then he's kind of boring now. Like, he's just a cool white hair dude now. Like,
yeah. I
okay,
kind of thought I thought that they were gonna do something involving black haired guy's ability in his
yes,
body.
same.
Um,
But that fight with knife guy, that's I'm all about that villain dog. Like he
that
was I thought I'm like, is this out of order? Like, is this where he dies? Because I'm like, he is bodying him.
what's funny, that scene happened, and I'm like, I think I should have watched the movie then, because I don't.
Yeah, I missed something. I think I missed an
Yeah,
entire arc.
but that guy's chef's kiss, and then the girl that talks to the black-haired guy before the flashback ends, Yuki was her name.
Yeah,
I would do things.
do things.
Her personality, the way she looked, I don't know what her ability is.
We see her. Isn't it the one that's with silver hair lady in the present time? She has a scar now. Is that what you're
I
talking
don't
about?
remember. It's been a while
Or
since I've seen the first season, so I don't. It's the
oh,
lady that you remember at the end when it's black-haired guy sitting down, and the annoying his junior comes
mm-hmm.
up and starts talking to him, and then the girl walks up and is like, "What kind of ladies do you like?"
Oh, I think that's
That
her.
lady.
I think it's her, but I don't remember. Maybe not.
She looked yum. Her personality was yum.
Did she get the peg
No,
pass? Because that's the highest
the
honor from Brian De La Rosa.
yeah,
So,
I want to see if it's the same person that you're talking about. If they're the same person, I don't know. But if that's the only time we saw her and that's it,
mm-hmm.
she gets the PP.
Oh shit, she gets the PP, dude. Okay, cool. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
I
you're
enjoyed
you're
it.
into it. The next two, I think the latest episode comes out tonight or tomorrow or something. So, but the two episodes you gotta watch, the latest one, the one that came out last week, just action, dude, and then it ends with like a what the hell's happening? Like the beginning of what the Shibuya incident is. That's like the name of the arc you're gonna get into. So that's gonna be dope. What else am I watching? I'm still watching Only Murders in the Building on a weekly basis. Still dope. I still like it's still funny. Uh, the casting for this season is pretty good. It's like they got more funding to get bigger actors in it, which was great. Um, go and check it out. We got I guess spoil. No, I don't want to spoil it. It's so when they show up on screen, it's you're like, oh my god, they have who here? It's great. Um, I think that's it. And then I've since last Friday, no Saturday. Was it Saturday? I think I started my Starfield playthrough. I don't know if it was Friday night or Saturday. And a dog barking up a storm outside. Um, what am I gonna talk about? I forgot what else. Oh, I ran credits on Blasphemous too. That's what I was doing. Friday night was Blasphemous, and then Saturday I started Starfield. I got ending B because I haven't gotten that the flame stuff for the to get ending A. You have to get all of your tomes, like the unlock all the things, get specific tomes in specific places, then go to that fireplace that's next to the dead thing, and then go beat him or something. So I need to go do that, and I'm at like 99% on the map, and I'm like, what am I? I need to find the freaking upgrade points that are hidden somewhere, so I can finally get the last tome, and then, you know,
Are you trying to get as much achievements as possible in the first run?
yeah, that's why
Okay. Word of advice: if you don't already have the one to do 250 in one hit,
I don't.
don't do the ending yet.
I did though to get ending B.
Don't do ending A. Ending.
Oh, okay.
Whenever you use the things in certain order, don't don't open the door and do stuff until you get that done.
Okay. Does it wipe my save?
No, but do you want me to just tell you?
No. I just okay.
Okay,
That doesn't make any sense. Like I should be able to just load
it'll
my
make
save and
sense.
do it. Okay.
It'll make sense.
Okay. I do need to do that one, the 250. I still need to get the all of the map. No, I think I got all the map. I need to get
And you
all
get the
the
250.
the pickle the what's it, the marks of martyrdom or whatever it is.
Martyrdom points or
Yeah.
whatever. I didn't get to upgrade before I stopped playing. I didn't get to upgrade the last weapon to max. I didn't. I left the rapiers for last.
Oh, I leveled. That's why I don't have enough to get the tomes. I every time I leveled up, it's the weapons I leveled, and I did this because I needed to get the kill 300 with each or something.
Mm-hmm.
So I used all the weapons. It's definitely Veredicto. That's my weapon, dog. Like after I got off of it, I was using the daggers and then the knife, the blood one, the blood sword. I'm like the
Mm-hmm.
blood sword is probably a close second for me. I'm glad that you can attack quickly with the lightning dual wielding, but
Man, that move.
Veredicto and this because the sword keeps you airborne while you're attacking, which I love that. So you can just air combo for who knows how long if you set them up
Uh,
for it.
the second last boss is what I had to switch weapons. So I had to switch to the Haruko.
Oh, all the bosses, I went straight to the Veredicto because at the time I made the build like that. Like all my tomes was Veredicto more damage, fire damage increase. So when I go into the combos, like you can hit RB and then you do a hit and swap into it. It was sick, dude. Like Veredicto's
Wait, so
moveset was
you
so
beat
good.
the second to last with that?
Yeah,
Oh, you're better than me then.
I
I was like, this old shit pissing me the fuck off, and I switched to the and just kept parrying everything he did.
I kept dying. I just had to learn. I had to learn where to roll. If that makes sense.
Yeah, you're a better gamer than me.
Because he was fast and his slashes were wide. So I'm like,
And they're active for way too
yeah,
fucking
or
long.
wait, bam. There, oh, what
That's why
was
I was like, fuck this, dude. I was like, let me show you what third strike's about.
facts? Hit him with
Everything.
parries, dude.
I got him to half health from him just hitting me and parrying. He put me in the corner, and I'm just
And
parrying.
and
He couldn't get behind me. After he does that one move and he always falls behind, he couldn't get
mhm.
behind me. So he's always in front of me. And I'm just milli rocking on him.
Damn, I should have tried that. But for me, I was like, you know the meme of the guy like um there's a TikTok video, or I don't know if it's TikTok, Vine, whatever. It's an edit of someone like singing a very positive song and like designing something like really easy, and then it cuts to like some person who has to make it or like code it, and they're like
Mm-hmm.
sweating and like typing furiously. I'm that guy fighting him with Veredito because the swings are slow. I have to make sure that I have enough frames to like swing and then like dodge back, and it was an awesome fight. I died 1,000 times, but like once I got it, I'm like, please save. Like I do not want to do this again. Oh, maybe now I do. I want to try with the counter stuff that you had, but
That shit made it trivial.
for the Veredicto, I was sweating. That was the most
That's
damage output I had, so I'm like, I'm not gonna swap, and I'd have to go back to the thing, swap my tomes or whatever it is, and then make a build with that when I already had something for my Veredicto. Oh, something I learned way too late. Find the fucking ghost women. Being able to fast travel between the things, I'm like, why did I not do this By the time I got that upgrade, I already have most of the map gone. Like I already traveled
Oh,
so much, so I'm like, what the?
I had a lot of I had a lot of things early because I get lost, and as my Elden Ring playthrough shows people,
Uh-huh.
I just accidentally find what I want,
Yeah, that
and I got most of the stuff.
that was one of the last things because once I did ending B or no, I think I found it before ending B. Yeah, before I finished the game, but it was late. Like all I had to do was go all the way north and go through the door to start the fight, and then I'm like, wait, what? I can now fast travel between the things. I'm like, what? What? That is my one pro tip for anyone playing Blasphemous for the first time. Get the sister. I don't know what
It's
they're
a
called.
weird ass name.
Yeah, but they're like maidens, look like with black or white
They're
sheets
like
over them.
ghost nuns, pretty
Yeah,
much.
ghost nuns. And if you get enough of them, you can travel between the fucking graces. And I'm
Perdu.
like, yeah, the perdus. Thank you. Oh, and the freaking survival mode of the dead sisters or the dead
Are you talking
daughters.
about the old lady,
The
the
old
dream one?
lady.
That's what I was
Oh
talking
my
about. Where it's like,
god.
oh, that's sad. Oh, let me rest here. I thought it was cool imagery.
And then no, fuck that. I don't give a fuck about the imagery. She spawned like two of those fucking. The thing you told me to watch out for happened. Two of the fucking dudes who ran in a corner. I just stood there. I could not
Put your death.
move. I'm like, boy, I was about to chuck my Steam Deck. I'm like, I'm trying to dodge, and I just took the L, and I had to do the whole fucking wave thing over. And I'm like, oh my gosh, dude.
If it was the last of the trials, I think I died once or twice to that one. And then I put my gaming goggles on.
Oh shit. And you're like, no, we're not doing this
Yeah.
again.
There's a character that reminded me of you, and I
Oh
want to know
no.
your reaction when you saw them. The father of the wax baby.
Oh, I laughed. I fucking laughed, dude.
So
The tit, dude. I'm like, and I was sitting next to Jenny. I'm like, hey, Jenny, you want to see something weird? And she's like, what?
okay, so we did the same thing.
Yeah.
So literally, I was playing and streaming it in a friend's Discord,
Uh
and
huh.
anytime somebody came in, like, hey, you want to see something?
Yeah, dude.
and I would go out of my way to teleport there and walk into that room, and they're like, what the?
Yeah, dude. That's exact. As soon as I saw it, I laughed, and I'm like, this is fantastic. And then I'm like, let me show. And then she's like, what the hell? And I'm like, yep, this is blasphemous.
The second I saw him, it was the second I made sure I got all the wax seeds. And then you know how like when you get people's statue, you can get lore referencing why.
Yeah.
It's a sad and weird backstory.
Oh, I didn't read it, the lore stuff. I tried to get everything as much as I can from the dialogue that everyone said, and I
Mm-hmm.
sort of got some of the miracle stuff, but then I haven't delved into the lore stuff.
Do you want me to tell you his
It
backstory?
hasn't licked. It hasn't licked. It hasn't clicked. What's going on, dude? It's because that animation. I thought of licking. All right, because yeah,
His face and everything. That I thought of you when I saw him.
and the milk coming out and just all over the baby's face. I could not stop. I'm like, how did this not get flagged as like adults only? Goodness, I would love to have Randall just walk into that room and be like, "What the heck?" Randall, you should definitely play Blasphemous too.
What is that?
It's like a Metroidvania game, but you're playing a
The penitent one.
penitent one that's looking for penance, and it's very uh Latin based. That makes sense, like some religious like undertones and stuff, but very weird, like weird imagery for the most part. It's not like Scorn where it's like just slimy wet sounds, but like it's just cool art, to be honest. It's fantastic artwork that you run through the levels, the characters you fight. It's dope. And
Pretty
if you
gory though.
Yes, it is. It's pretty violent. But I mean, Randall plays violent stuff. I mean, what he played God of War, like
Yeah,
um,
but there's like bloody, and then there's like yeah, you can rip people, but this is like I would say more disturbing than God of War. Because
God of War.
in that game it's mostly like war. Okay, okay, but then this the best example I can give is Blasphemous 1 when you find the bull painting and you interact with it, and then you see it getting torn open, a whole bull, and then that golden baby's inside, and that's where you would bring the cherubs.
Yeah, but God of War also has a Wolfman that you rip off his jaw and then peel off the whole front of him.
Yeah, but what's more disturbing, that in combat or a golden baby coming out of a bowl and there's blood everywhere?
To me, that's equal, dude. Because I don't, for some reason, I'm not being attacked by it. Like it's not violence related. So like that
That's what I'm saying.
baby's
So it's
probably cool.
disturbing though.
I don't know. He's chilling.
I enjoy. I was like, what the fuck? But I mean,
The golden
I don't
baby
know.
also made me laugh when you find him in a tower. He's just like hanging out. Yeah, and he's just crying. It's fantastic. Yeah, I don't want to spend too much more time. Brian already went into detail, but yes, Blasphemous 2, easy Fave 5 for
Easy
me.
top three for me.
I don't know if it's top 3 yet because
Easy.
Pikmin 4 is so good. I don't know. Pikmin 4 is definitely gonna make my 5. I think it's number 5 because Pikmin 4 is such an easy, digestible game that's so fun.
I'm
Well, I
actually
mean that
blanking on. I only remember 3 games, so I guess I have my top three right there.
you've played more than 3.
I've played, yeah, I played quite a bit from this year, but I only remember like fondly. I remember 3.
Okay, I mean that's how you want it. When you think of what's your favorite of the year, and the 3 that come up should be the ones. So, or the 5 that should come up. I have a bunch.
I
Mine,
have to
it's
see.
gonna be a tussle for mine because I still need to find where Survivor fits in that. Star Wars Jedi Survivor. That shit was awesome. Um, what else? I haven't played Baldur's Gate yet, so I can't put that on there.
I have 4. I forgot Baldur's Gate came out this
Yeah,
year.
that's came out this year. Assassin's Creed's shaping up to be pretty cool, according to the previews that came out today. So,
I'd have
the,
to find a 5th.
do you? No,
I can't think of a 5th
that came out this year.
that I feel strongly like something like, oh, I like this. This could be
You
5th.
you already have Darkest Dungeon on your 3?
The 4 that I have, I don't have an order yet, but the 4 I have that came to mind: Bald Gate, uh,
Yeah.
Blasphemous, Darkest Dungeon, um, Final Fantasy.
I need to start that still, which I don't know how that's gonna happen, but
I feel like I'm forget. I guess I could put Resident Evil because that was my first time playing 4, and I really liked it.
well, I mean, there's a loophole. It came out this year. It's a remake, but it came out this year, so you can use that and Dead Space.
I haven't played Dead Space. It's on my wish list. I haven't played Dead Space remake
Oh,
yet. I want to, but I
definitely
haven't.
not
Maybe
Hogwarts, right?
I honestly, I think I just remembered. It's kind of like how Twizzlers were. I hate them so much. I forget if I like them or not. I forgot Hogwarts was a game until you mentioned it.
I think it was missing that multiplayer thing. That's why it didn't live up. That's why no one's talking about it anymore. If that game had some sort of multiplayer where you can just hang out with your peoples and go through
Are
Hogwarts,
you gonna put
maybe.
Diablo on yours?
Probably because I still like Diablo. Like I know it's
That's
not the
probably
best
my
Diablo,
5th.
but
Street Fighter 6 might be my 5th.
damn, I don't think I love fighting games like that where I can put it on my Fave 5 for in a year. Has there ever been a fight? No, I don't think I've ever put a fighting game in my top 10 or Fave
Probably
5.
Smash. No.
Maybe compared to other games that year.
Oh, you still have Tears of the Kingdom too.
Yeah, and I have Tears of the Kingdom as well, which
Diablo,
I'm
Resident Evil.
I'm heading towards the third dungeon or place, so I haven't finished it,
Starfield. We'll
but
talk about. Uh, Sea of Stars. I think I reached that point.
oh, I have
Before
to
Starfield
start
came
that.
out, a
Hmm.
friend of mine beat it, but I haven't beat it. And
Damn,
before Starfield came out, um, I started feeling like I felt parts of me whenever I got to a new part. Hey, you gotta do this to get this, and I felt like an inner sigh, and then like my own voice echoing. I think I get it, but I still was playing through the game.
it's because that's what JRPGs does to you. If you either all in or sooner or later that inner voice is gonna be like, it's just another fetch quest. It's
Well,
just
that's
another
I think some games do it better. So I mean, I've used this
probably
game as a good amount of examples. Persona. So Sea of Stars has the aesthetic. It has like the sense of nostalgia because you can clearly tell the inspirations that made this.
Chrono
And
Trigger.
the combat, yeah, Chrono Trigger, Paper Mario,
Hmm.
older Final Fantasies. Um, but it just feels like something's missing. And the entire time, like, oh, you get X thing, and oh, that's cool. But it always feels like not enough.
Not
And so it
enough.
just constantly feels like there's like a something left for this game to be finished. And
Hmm.
I don't know if there is. If I do end up, if something at the end of the game would fill that hole, I'm like, oh, that's too late. Whereas Persona, it has the same things that um, Sea of Stars has: the aesthetic, the music, Chef's Kiss. They make being in school fun, which is weird.
Well, I
Um,
mean, you do have cool, weird characters that you're at night going and destroying demons or shit. So I
yeah.
mean, and then
The
also, what you
fetch
guys get in your math test?
the fetch quests are obviously fetch quests, like some of the side stuff, but they're still entertaining enough because the combat's fun. Everything that game feels complete. Where like there's nothing like, oh, why didn't they do something like
Mm-hmm.
for the most part it felt like a clean, like a good package. The story for the DLC is ass, but besides that, like the base game was chef's kiss.
It's good. Okay.
And with the Royale, when you're playing the main story part, there's still quality of life stuff that they added.
Okay.
But
So,
Sea of Stars, I like it, but I honestly think I get the picture.
so I mean,
I
you just
still
retire.
recommend it though.
I mean, that's fine. You
Yeah, I'm gonna uninstall it.
oh, like live? Or not live? I
Yeah,
guess as
take
as
it
we
off of
record.
backlog.
Yeah, just retire it.
If you like RPGs, JRPGs, if you like,
Chrono Trigger and
yeah,
like
if you
Paper
like,
Mario.
if you like games made to feed your nostalgia, I think this game hits that pretty well. It just feels like it feels like a beginner step to JRPGs because it's simple enough that anybody can
Okay.
use this. I assume the story's not long enough. You're not gonna be here for 300,000 hours.
Oh, only 150,000 hours.
Yeah, I think it's definitely someone who's like scared or intimidated by the time sink that are JRPGs. I think you'd like this.
Okay. I still have it
But
installed on
I get
my
the point.
I still have it installed on my Xbox because it's on Game Pass. So, but again, we can just move right into it because I don't know if I'm gonna get to it because of Starfield. So, I don't even know where we want to start here. I'm gonna start actually with a nice, easy overview review for it, or my expectations. Going into Starfield, I expected a Bethesda ass game. Now, granted, that is exactly what it is, which cool met my expectations. The downside is it met my expectations. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it. Yes, you can explore somewhat. Yes, just the space fights are somewhat fair because I mean I've gotten to a point where like there's 7 people shooting me and me alone while I have buddies and I just end up dying immediately. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? They don't miss. Well, they do miss. Anywho, but I guess my biggest gripe with this game is because it's a Bethesda ass game, nothing's seamless. Everything feels like a game. Oh, I'm going to this building. I gotta load. Oh, I'm talking to this person. Zoom in. Stuff sort of freezes and like it doesn't feel seamless. It doesn't feel human. And that's been a complaint from mine from their engine for since what Oblivion. I think that's the first game I played from them.
Probably.
Same with and I'm not expecting Last of Us 2 Naughty Dog levels of animation blending. That's not what I'm asking for.
Not
It
even
just,
Mass Effect level,
yeah, like
which
everything
isn't
just
high.
yeah, it just feels like you're in a simulation, right? And that's good and bad, sort of, because it's still a game. So like you can skip all any of if you're in a rush or you want to get somewhere, you can fast travel to almost everything. Like they do, and it's that consistency of not seamlessness. That's what my biggest gripe with Starfield is. So you can get in, you can let's say you're on planet A and you want to get to planet C, right? You can, and you've been to planet C before. You can just open up the star map and just fast travel to C, and literally loading screen for like 2 seconds, maybe three, boom, you're in that place you fast traveled. That to me is like, thank you for the quality of life, but also that's not immersive. That's not seamless, right? That doesn't. I don't feel immersed. And forgive me because it's gonna be a long rant here, but I will be comparing this to No Man's Sky because that's what it needs to be in terms of space shit. Because that's where we're at, right? Um, or instead of fast traveling, you can walk to your ship. You can get in your ship by going up like the what is it? What's that called? Like when
Ladder.
they lower the well before you get to the latter part, they usually lower the
Oh,
the hanger.
that
What?
sounds real.
Cool. And then you can go and interact with a door. Now you're thinking open world. It should open up and I can just walk in. Nope. You hit that button, it loads in. It loads screen into your ship. You can explore your ship however you need. Talk to any of your crew, crewmates that you've recruited or hired or whatever the case is, then you can go and interact with the chair where you the pilot can be in, and that has a nice little animation. Sits down, pulls the thing up, and it's like, oh, and you get, I think, a menu of you can exit the ship, fly up, or get up. I think it
Yeah,
is.
dock, run, dock, get up, or exit out of your ship and onto wherever you're at.
Cool. And if you pick to fly up, you get a nice little animation of him, getting ready. The ship flies out, and now you're in space. Or while you're sitting in that pilot seat, you can just again hit star map, fast travel to the place, and you
Star
just.
maps.
That's the first thing. Thank you. When I read that, open up your star map. It was like I was watching an edited video. When it happened, I couldn't see anything but that scene in my face, and I just star maps. Get your star maps.
Star.
If for those who don't know what the hell we're talking about, go watch Rush Hour and be educated. Thank you.
Tell them.
What was I gonna mention? And stuff like that. And then landing on a planet sometimes has an animation of them landing. Sometimes you just appear outside, ready to do whatever you need to do. I've been to a few cities now. The dialogue's fine, whatever. It's nothing that's like, it's immersive or anything. But that's my problem with it. I think that is my biggest problem with it. It's just they're still doing the same stuff that wasn't as immersive before, and it gets progressively blatant as time goes on. Like we're in 2023, and it just looks like it's in still photos and maybe some walking around the towns. You're like, damn, bro, this is gonna be lit. But once you're in the minutia and doing the gameplay loop, you're like, I just fast travel through places. I barely see the animation ships of what's like the animation of doing whatever because I don't need to. The game doesn't need. I'm not piloting it off the planet. I'm not doing any of that. It's those things suck. What I do like to do is just what it did well was, hey, you overhear that guy? That's an activity. You should go talk to the person. New quest. Oh shit. And then that quest might go into something else and something else. And now I have a checklist of shit. And everybody here knows how I love my checklists and open worlds. They have nailed it. I have so much to do. I can't wait to do all of it. Right? And what I think is happening in this is that you can be in every faction and no one gives a shit. I think I've joined like 4 different factions and no one's cared. If I'm in the if I think I'm in both the UC and the Free Ranger, the what is it? Free something Rangers.
Freestar.
Yeah, Freestar Rangers. I'm in that. I'm in the Constellation. I think there's I just took an interview with the
Ryujin.
Yeah, Industries thing, and I think I can get into the Crimson people because there's a thing called Deep Cover or something, like a mission that I got called Deep Cover.
I got the job at Ryujin, and I think I'm in a gang.
Yeah, dude, you can just join
I'm not even
everything,
sure.
and any rival gangs or stuff, they don't give a fuck. They're just like, oh, you want to join ours too? So it's like, okay.
That was one time I almost shot my companion. I have the Sarah lady because she's for up until a certain main mission. You have to have her with you.
Yeah, that's why I did that
And I
one right
accidentally
away.
joined the gang, and then she was like, "Do you really just join a gang?" And I almost went.
And
For
just
some reason, I keep accidentally, and it sounds like a joke, but I keep accidentally just pulling my knife out when I'm not supposed to. For some reason, I'll press R to reload or do something, but I always have my knife, so I'm like, and like out loud, I'm going, the knife brain. And
yeah.
Like,
I had to get used to not hitting X as reloading as always. It's either reloading or if you aim, if you right click to aim or something, he'll pull out the weapon you have.
So many times I pulled that knife out.
What else? I think it's a mixed bag for me. Like, I know there was like a headline of people going crazy that IGN gave it like a 7 or something for Starfield, and I get it. At first, I'm like, that is weird that it's a 7 if everyone's loving it. I get it. There's stuff to love in this because it's space, dude. You can make your own spaceship, however you make it look, however you want. Which is another gripe. People are gonna make custom ships. Why not have a clever way to share it? Here's the code. Input this code, and that's the hash or whatever to recreate what someone else recreated. It'll cost them this much, and now you have whatever. Like the small stuff like that, that should have been talked about.
It's gonna be a mod. That's why I think that they got complacent with knowing their games have big mod fan bases or mod communities.
I hope that's not the case because that's absolutely that's horrendous. You
And
need
then
to
what
be
they're
doing
gonna
this.
do
That's why we're
is
paying you.
when inevitably the new generation of consoles come out, they're gonna port this and be like,
Yep.
oh, with these mods, thanks to this person.
Yeah. That's oh my god. Things of mods. The UI, I hate it. I like. I don't know if it's the UI. There is something about I'm trying to loot a body and it shows a modified whatever. Stats, please. Do I bring it with me or do I leave it on the ground? I have to pick it up, go into the inventory, look at it, and be like, oh, then maybe compare. I think at the bottom it says compare with what's equipped. Fam, that should be on hover on that fucking item. Stats, fam. Or if not, make it an option. Why am I picking it up, going through more menus just to compare the two? I should be able to look at it and be like, nah, it's trash.
Mm, That, now that you pointed out, would be nice. But the thing that it bothers me is I can't look at something and then be like, send a companion or have the companion pick it up. Like if I know I don't want this bullshit and I just want to give it to my pack rat so that I can sell it later,
Yeah.
instead of having to do those extra menus. Or I mean, Borderlands has it now at this point too, and Diablo usually has it. Mark is junk.
Yeah. Division 2 has been out years now. How do you not have a mark pick up as junk? So that I can just go to one of those stupid kiosks and like sell junk. Like it's stuff like that. Like there's no way you didn't know these were things that you could like code in. Like
The
it's not
craziest thing to me too, which I'm actually surprised they didn't incorporate this. We're in the future. Why don't we have the best Fallout feature of having radio when you're walking around?
facts. There's no radio. Even worse, there's no vehicles. You want me to explore a planet on foot? Play Mass Effect. There's a space vehicle and a land vehicle. Mantis? Is that what it's called?
No, the Mako
The
and Mass
Mako.
Effect 1.
That's the first game they made of space, right? Or in the series. And they already thought they're gonna explore. Let's give them a fucking car. What are we doing? It's stuff like that where I'm like, yeah, the game is fun and I can't wait to keep playing it. But then there's like blatant oversight. Like it's like what? Like how did you miss any of this when you're designing this game? Fam, you're making me go to all these planets. I don't give a shit. You could have made this all one world because the way it feels. Because I can every time I want to go anywhere, loading screen. Fam, then I'm not going to planet to planet. You're just loading different assets. Like it doesn't feel seamless. And again, it's not seamless, and that's the problem.
That was something I thought too, and it made me appreciate From Software in that regard, where a lot of I always use Bloodborne because it's the saving grace for me as to why I actually like the game. When you when you traverse between like section to section, it feels seamless. Like each biome makes sense that it's connected to this one. Same thing with Elden Ring. Everything feels like
You're naturally traveling,
yeah,
like
yeah.
naturally making a journey. Here, it's just like I want to go into this tall ass cool building. I'm expecting the doors to open. There's people inside and stuff. No, it just animates a little bit. Loading screen. That is unacceptable now, man. I'm sorry. Like Bethesda, we're done with this.
Do you remember if Cyberpunk did that? I think
Well,
that
we'll
for the
find out
most
in a
part,
couple weeks. I think most of it is open world, but I think there is sections where it does load. If you're
um,
especially if you're going like, if you're like, oh, let's go to like 900th level on an elevator, I think it does load, so it can unload anything that's nearby. But I'm glad you brought that up because the open world in Cyberpunk is open world.
from what I remember, it's that because I think I mentioned it. You already know my build. I'm not gonna mention the silence revolver.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna mention it. The silence revolver.
Speaking of which, I found a revolver called the Deadeye in Starfield. I will send you a pic. I'm like, there's no way Brian doesn't have this weapon yet. It is like white with gold trim, and it's a long barrel. Like, what's it called? I'm like,
I
Brian
don't
has
have
not
that.
even told me about this.
I never got that. They. This is another game that just does not respect what I like to do. I get a friend of mine within like the first section got a weapon made for me. It was a pistol that's really a shotgun that did more damage if you melee somebody with it. And then I think it had a chance of just exploding. Like random bullets would explode. And I'm like, before I
What
even
the?
got legendary, the first legendary I got was a fucking fat suit that's better with fire.
I got 2 legendaries and they're both melee weapons. One of them was like a knife, and the other one was a. That's not a katana. It was like a longer sword. I forgot what it was called. A cutlass.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like,
No,
damn, that's crazy. But I
I
haven't
ended up
gotten a
getting.
legendary gun yet.
I got an axe later on, but I don't. This game hates me already. In
What
typical fashion.
I started off as a space scoundrel.
I picked gangster.
I because my space scoundrel, I think it's persuasion, pistol, and then it started with ship piloting or something. Those were his 3 starting ones. I'm like, I think that's a well-rounded. For me, I thought that was well-rounded
I picked.
for how I'm gonna play.
I picked the bio that was interesting, but the saving grace is what would I want to be. And then gangster had a shotgun proficiency. Naturally, it
Yeah,
had boxing. I'm
naturally.
really. I landed on a planet. I was like, "Is that a crab?" Put my weapon away and went up and boxed.
And you won?
Still here, aren't
Did you want? Did you what?
I?
Did you one punch it or?
No, it was quite a box.
Oh, okay.
And then I think the last one was persuasion, which naturally.
I think they switched the persuasion because now you have to get like a bunch of stuff correct before it counts as you did the persuasion. And I'm like, damn, because it's hard to now that to level up, you have to have a challenge done, and I like that. Like you doing it. Go ahead.
That's one of my nitpicks.
Oh, you didn't like
So,
that?
so they do it incorrectly. What I wanted, so the way that this game does it is say you put a point into shotgun proficiency. To get
Yeah,
to level 2, you gotta do this challenge and then spend a skill
and then
point.
skill point.
I wanted this to feel more so like from what I
Skyrim,
remember Skyrim to be, where just using this, proficiency's going up, and then I think that lets you spend a skill point on that.
I believe so. That's what I
This
kind of miss that one a lot. Every time there's any RPG like on hey, like leveling up your character, that passive, intuitive way of leveling something up, I love it. I can
hmm
play every time I talk about it. I'm like, I think I should play Skyrim again.
I've
Like
thought about it so many times because there's
same,
DLC I didn't play.
same. So I'm like, should I load up Skyrim? And then I'm like, I never played Fallout 4, and I played Fallout 4 instead. And I'm like, as
Mm.
much as I love the perk system there was something about intuitively, passively, like you'll be, you know what that person's gonna hit you with when you look at their skill tree. And you're like, oh, his sneak is at 100, or
Which is
his
what I also had.
yeah, his oh snap, his 2-handed sword's at a 99. I mean, that means you've been slaying kids with that.
What's funny is my build for Cyberpunk came from my Skyrim build. I had stealth and I did the tree where you can conjure things for magic.
Mm-hmm.
So I could summon goons immediately, but I waited until they didn't die because I would summon a bow
Mm-hmm.
and then stealth and then they're gone and it was quiet. But if they
Damn.
somehow survived, I'm like, and then the gang because my dogs come out in the nighttime, so it was nighttime always, and then
And then
goons.
yeah,
But
but
let
yeah.
me not talk about my revolver.
Now that I'm talking about it a lot, I think the I do like that there's challenges, so you don't just hey I unlocked 20 skill points and I can just max everything out. You still have to do things to get proficient. I like that, but I wish it
I
was I
wish
wish it was on one or the other. I didn't like that it's both. Like if I
I
want to
wish that
do
by doing the challenge, you got that level.
yes, and maybe give us less skill points. So I don't know. They said there's no level cap, so can you just max everything, or do they stop giving you skill points after a certain level? I have to look that up.
I don't know.
Because if you just get a skill point for every level and there's no level cap, you can just max the whole tree, which that's kind of sucks. Because at that point you'll be godlike, which I guess is the end goal anyway.
I think Fallout was like that too. I don't remember there being a max level.
Oh, you're right. I think you're right. Never mind then. If it's already a thing. I don't know. I know you can go ahead and speak on that. I've been ranting already.
Those are my nitpicks. No radio, no like. It's the game's entertaining as something to do.
Yeah.
Like the main story, I don't give a fuck. Oh, collect these rock pieces. I don't give a fuck about a rock. Unless they're in
Wait,
the chat.
you didn't. I don't want to spoil it for you.
What?
There's more than just collecting rocks when you're doing the main mission.
I did one main mission.
Oh, so you haven't got okay. You haven't gotten your alt.
No, I haven't gotten an
Got it.
alt.
Okay.
But But just that being the main thing, hey, we're the like friendly Illuminati. You want to go collect rocks with us?
Yeah, you want to go see the world? I'm sorry, you want to go see the galaxies? And I'm like, okay.
Let me tell you that Sarah lady, she's only alive because I checked to see if I can have her outfit. I can't.
You want her outfit?
Yeah,
I
I
found
want
a new.
the coat.
I found my new thing. My bad. I didn't mean to say my new thing. But you know who? Have you run into Andreja yet?
No,
Oh, that's. I'm trying to make. If I'm. That's it. That's my current crew partner. And I'm like, she's ride or die with me.
I assume you can only bang the people in the constellation, and I don't want anyone.
Wait till you meet Andreja.
Like I like the way that it's funny. I don't know if it's the same thing for you. When they have certain clothes on, so like when they were in their space outfit, their
Yeah,
faces change. So Sarah looks bangable until it's not on. And I'm like, are you 80?
it's because I think they.
And then my
It
character,
covers a lot. It's like this, and they have subtle lighting because the spaceship, the helmet has like a little bit of lighting, so it like lights up the face in a weird way.
can you explain to me how when I have a helmet on, I don't have a beard?
That's a bug. Are you serious?
Even if I put on a hat, there's no more beard anymore.
No way.
And I'm like, all right.
Damn, I have. It's because you know me. I didn't customize a character. I just went literally to you know how you have the profiles like 1 through 30. Went to one. Next, it was like some vanilla dude, decent, cool black hair, no facial hair. And I'm like, all right, cool. Moving on. I'm not gonna sit there and spend 20 hours making a character I'm not gonna look at.
No,
Because
I'm
that's
not.
another thing. You don't in Fallout
You
4.
can.
I guess in third person view, but I like my FPS. So, um, and in dialogue, it never cuts to your character. You have no voice, so like, why would I care what my character looks like? Unless I'm gonna turn the camera around and take a photo mode or something. But there's no voice, so there's no real personality for your character that you're making.
That's something unrelated. Baldur's Gate, you don't really speak unless like you're traversing and you have like little quips depending on what voice you pick.
Uh huh.
But when it's your time to, or like the narrator, I guess what do they call it in D&D? The person that runs
Dungeon
the
Master.
game master is a British lady who narrates everything. You don't talk, it'd be like, oh, he says this as he looks puzzled. And they do a good job of if you're not gonna let him have a voice,
At least have
at
a
least
narrator. Yeah,
yeah.
I like that. I gotta start that, man. We'll see. Because I mean, again, I know I haven't said much positive things about this game, but I'm telling you, I'm having fun playing it. It's just the expectation was met, and I wanted them to exceed it. That's my problem.
Yeah, that makes sense. I wasn't expecting more than just Fallout in space.
And that's what we got. And that's I know that sounds like a boo-hoo, why are you crying? Because we got to fall in space, but I'm like, it's 2023. I should have more than what I got. I don't know if that makes sense. And that sounds super greedy and stuff, but like, when was
Yeah.
Skyrim released? No, wait, I'm sorry. Fallout 4 was after Skyrim, right? And then
Mhm.
Fallout 76 happened, and boy, did that happen. Like, much more could have been done because this is a single player. Like, I understand Fallout 76 still needs to feel gamey because it's like an MMO. Not
Mhm.
really MMO, but you know what I mean. It's an online experience where you're making a single player space game, man. Come on, dude. Why does it still look and feel like a robot, bro? I'm supposed to be immersed. And then all this, it has to be seamless. You shouldn't have gone with more planets. You should have just made one galaxy. You should have just made our galaxy and have us. No, maybe not. Maybe just make one up, and we just fly from like 6 different planets, but polish the shit out of it. Like this is still. Why am I still? It really does bug me. I open the door to a building. I should not see a loading screen. The door opens and I walk in. Like, what are we doing?
It's most noticeable and most like meh in space where it feels like you jump to a dungeon and like oh that guy might scan your ship or this guy wants to shoot you.
Yeah,
None of that happened. Okay, proceed to land.
like it's so yeah, it's so gamey. It's so programmatic.
Oh,
The
it's just
world
more
is
free
not,
roaming.
and that's why I mentioned earlier. Like, I was thinking this was gonna happen, and then bam, Hello Games and Sean Murray tweeted it. That is like, No Man's Sky is getting an unbelievable amount of players now, and I'm like, I wonder why. Because space exploration has not been done better than No Man's Sky.
And I mean they have that update where you can land now. And, I mean you can what is it they recently did?
You
There's
can
like
have
a
freights. Like you can have freights with
I'm sorry,
crews and
I'm thinking of Elite Dangerous
yeah, that's not what I'm talking about.
where you could land.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't played Elite Dangerous, so I can't speak on it.
I wanted
I
to.
have played No Man's Sky multiple times throughout its 20 free updates, and each time better and better. More and more cool stuff. You want to make a house? You can. The one thing it doesn't have is creating your own ship. And boy, now that they see that Starfield's done, I bet that's gonna be another free update. There's
I might
bounties and
revisit it.
stuff. Like No Man's
I remember liking it. Like, I think I played I think your copy when it came out, and people were shitting on it. But I'm like, oh, it's something to do. I don't mind this.
it was fine at the time, but they underdelivered because shit happened, and now there's like 8-player co-op. You can just hang around with your friends, go into space, have dogfights, own a freight ship. This is supposed to be a Starfield review, and I'm talking about No Man's Sky. That is the reason for that, right? Especially when Starfield came out years after No Man's Sky did.
Um, all those, yeah, like you're saying, all those. I don't know if it's small to be nitpicks, but I I got the point of I'm not here for the story. I'm here for like the side stuff.
Yeah, I'm just
Kind
here
of the
to.
same thing with Skyrim. I think only the Fallouts had enough of a story that was interesting for me to care about the main stuff, especially
Mhm.
Fallout 3. But I'm enjoying it being a thing to do. Like it's something to do, but I look forward to it as opposed to just something else that I'd autopilot.
Yeah, like I'm consciously looking around. I'm having fun exploring, going into like a new planet, or even roaming around cities. I just got to Neon, and it's like,
So that's what I was gonna mention earlier.
go ahead.
That's like the biome that I actually like and spent the most time in because it just feels dirty. You
Yeah,
know what I
dude.
mean?
It's like a mud.
Like
That's from the Mud City. Like
it's
that's
it's literally Omega from Mass Effect. It's
yeah.
a nightlife kind of place. It's dirty. That guy can probably sell your cousin his own liver, but you're alright with it. We know that guy.
That's just how it works. That's how the streets run.
There's like the slums where you might go missing, but then there's the high corporations that do it behind a paywall essentially, and it's the most lively, interesting thing. Maybe because I like Blade Runner and Cyberpunk, and that's kind of how they do it.
That's kind of the
But
vibe.
that is the most noticeable place. I've been to like 3 or 4 other like civilizations. They exist,
It
but like
looks like they
Neon
take.
feels good.
It looks like they take different ideas. Like I went to one that's like a. It's like a western. I think where you become the free.
Mars.
No, Mars does
I've been
not feel
to
like a western.
I've been to Mars, and it feels like they wanted that to be like Bounty Hunter City. But I don't give a shit about anybody there.
The lady who the person who introduced you to the bounty hunter, she's dope.
She's cool, but one person in this whole city. There's a guy named Booth, a detective or like a police guy. And I thought
That's
he's gonna have some crazy
Are
story.
you serious? That's
Booth,
from Bones.
it's a black dude,
Oh nope, white as hell in Bones.
and then you get to ask him 2 questions, and then I didn't give a shit about him.
Yeah,
But
I
Neon,
know it sounds worth shitting on it, but I swear, like I can't wait to play it. Like there's a
yeah,
meme that happened to me last night. 'Cause I was playing it last night. There's a meme of like a meme template. You know how I showed you the just hanging around template.
hmm
There's one of Stewie on his bed, and he's like, "Well, time for bed," and he goes. Or I have to. He says, he says, "I have to stop. I have to go to bed or something." Stops and then turns over and then waits a second, and then he just starts sobbing.
I've
And
seen that.
and then there's one with, "Oh, I guess I have to go to bed," and in the background it's him exiting Starfield because he has to like work in the morning or something, and he just turns over and just starts sobbing. That was me yesterday. I'm like, it's 11:30. I need to go to bed, and I was just playing Starfield. What they nail is the exploration. The visuals look great. I like exploring in those games because there's usually some shit happening. It's just the moment to moment of doing those things doesn't feel immersive. It's not seamless. So you like, I'm exploring in a game instead of, oh, I'm exploring in a world, if that makes sense.
My biggest complaint is I like the go around and murdering things and accidentally finding things. It's just that for space centric game, it feels too confined.
Yeah, dude, I can agree with that. That's a perfect summing up. Oh, I never talked about combat. Combat feels great. I love using the guns. I've used handguns. I've used rifles. I haven't used the what is it called? The EM guns. There's like a
Oh,
wave icon. I haven't tried that yet.
I haven't used
I've
that.
tried the
I've used
laser ones too. Those are fun.
knives, an axe, my fists, pistols, shotguns.
Hmm.
They think I main rifle, but I don't give a fuck about any of the rifle. That's all I've gotten used. And then there's a part early in the game where I was level 1 and I stumbled upon a level 8 base, and I ran out of ammo, so I was just using my mining laser to kill everybody.
The cutter? Oh my god. That thing doesn't do that much damage, but it's funny to just hit him with like that's fantastic.
A lot of There's a lot of variation to the weapons, not just like pistol 3. It like there's a Glock, there's one of the extended clip, there's one that's like machine based. They count like an Uzi as a pistol, which I've
Yeah.
used. There's so many different variations to a weapon type that I liked. Too bad I won't get legendaries of what I actually use, but
And that it really is that like it just feels again love playing it. It just feels like a game off rip. It doesn't feel like an immersive experience. That makes sense. Like
yeah,
why do we still have? Why are we still confined to one companion? We have the CPU cycles. There's no need for me to be like, oh, only you come with me. I want everyone in my ship to get off the ship with me, and we go destroy whatever the fuck the problem is, right? Not, hey, pick one follower. What? I understand that you should pick a certain amount of people. Like you can pick your crew to manage your ship, and I'm like, get it. There's only so many bunks, so many room in a spaceship, but I should be able to bring every single person that's in that ship with me. Period. What that limitation? I don't care. Oh,
you
because of
should be able to.
balance. Fam, there's like 9 people shooting me at once. I think that's fair. Like what?
They should have added some mobile gaming shit too. Like have some people do surveying on a different planet or like different section of the planet while you're doing things, little missions for them,
Oh,
and
I
then they can
see.
come back.
Like a hub thing. Like what is it? Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. I think it was. We can
Sure.
send off assassins to do certain things. Yeah, man. Like there's stuff like that where I'm like, I don't know. Playing the game makes me feel like most of the time was just asset creation and maybe writing. Because that engine, man, it's just. I'm just sure we had maybe the rendering team upped the ante here, but mechanically that game still feels like the same. I mean, the combat again, the gunplay got feels so much better than. Obviously, it's their best yet because they keep iterating on it. But
You know,
animations, like seamlessness, like how are we still loading screens to open a house door?
the people I would like to see try their hand at a game like this, I forget the name of the company. Like, I just remembered. With how much their gameplay feels so solid in every game they make, I want to see their attempt at like a bigger RPG, and that's Respawn.
I don't know about
Movement always
respawn.
feels fun.
Yeah, but
Isn't
it's
that
arcade. Yeah, but it's arcadey feel like that. That would
right?
go ahead.
So just that feels good. So single player moving like that, even in Titanfall,
Yeah,
to make their approach to like an RPG, maybe not as big as Starfield, but
just an open
something
world.
like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then just throw in mechs because please.
yeah. Don't mech space related. Doesn't have to be as big. Just something. I don't know. I think that'd be a nice experience.
I don't know how to wrap up this little. I don't want to say review. I would say like early impressions because
Early
I'm sure
impression. Yeah,
I'm gonna be doing a lot of putting a lot of hours into this because
it's
again I like it a lot. I enjoy walking around the cities, learn like exploring because I haven't seen any of this stuff. So
if you've played Bethesda games, uh, this is definitely a game where your review of it depends on how you feel about the company that made it. If you've
mhm.
played their stuff and you're meh about the games they make, this is more of the same of that, but with a space theme. If you don't like the games they made, you've played this before already. Save your money for something else, or give it to an indie person like what's the name? No Man's Sky. As of
Yeah,
right now, game is fun. If you liked the previous iterations of the game, you know what to expect.
yeah, man. I don't know. I'm gonna continue to play it. I still
Yep.
again recommend it to people who, if you are expecting a Bethesda game, and that's what you want, please go and buy this game because that's exactly what you're getting. If you were looking for huge, again, to surpass that expectation, you're not getting that here. It is Bethesda game through and through, and that's it.
I recommend too. If you liked other Bethesda games, but just somehow you like don't want to just play another one of the same. Where holidays are coming up, it's probably gonna be on sale in some way before in like 2 months.
Yeah, it might be like 10 or 15% off. It might be like $55 or 60 or something, just so they can get it down to what prices used to be. That was a lot. I don't think that's all I got. It's an early impression stuff. We'll see once I run credits at least. I'll give my final whatever about it. But that's pretty much what I've been doing this since last week and working and stuff. Randall, I know you're hyped for football. That man asked me twice, did I watch the game? Or did I hear about football news? As if he was expecting any other answer than no. What was it he asked me yesterday? What'd you ask me when you walked in? Did I watch a Dallas Cowboys game or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry. He before he asked me the question, he said, I know you don't watch football or care about the football stuff, but anything, but did you did you hear about something about the Dallas? And I'm like, your first statement answers your second question, right? Or that's not even that correct. Well, I fucked up. That's what I said. That's not what I meant. Your statement answered your previous. Oh my god, your former statement answered your latter question. I don't know the mathematics there. Anywho, Brenda, what have you been watching and playing and doing and listening to?
Nothing actually. I've just been working.
Not a good answer.
I mean, I've been watching a lot of football, but other than that, I haven't played. I haven't played any video games in a
Did you?
very long time.
What was I gonna say? So who do you have making it to the Super Bowl? Your team?
Oh, I have no idea, man. It's only the first week.
I mean, some people can just look at the first week and be like, they're making it to the Super Bowl.
Mm.
No, you're not gonna make a. Because this is your way. This is your chance to call it, and it's recorded.
It's too early. I mean, anybody who would say, "Oh, this team is going to the Super Bowl," is like pretty presumptuous because no one has played more than one game.
Or you have the foresight, the future sight. So which one?
Yeah, but I don't have any knowledge to have the foresight.
You don't need to have knowledge. You need to have feeling, Randall.
I don't go off of logic.
I'd agree with Anthony, but I'm not even masters in Street Fighter, so why does it matter? That's also what I did, I guess. I could have mentioned, but
that's true. Masters. Congrats on that. So what's the next character you're gonna do?
I'm Diamond. What do you mean? Not Masters yet.
I thought you said you were going to work to get to Masters with someone.
I would like here's the game plan. Boom, right? I want to just get back to where I placed with Marissa, which was Diamond. I'm back there. Not Masters, but something humble. When Aki comes out, I'm gonna grind her out. And then if I like her enough, like to equal to or more than Marissa, I'll do the grind with her. If I end up being like, oh, she's cool, but she's not big lady enough, I'll commit to the road to Masters with Marissa.
Okay. That game definitely took a backseat for me, man. I played a little bit of the World Tour stuff, and the game started coming out.
This guy keeps turning his back on the FGC.
Am I? Because I'm wetting their palms with cash.
You're the shadow broker of the
Yeah,
FGC.
but I said, you chill on that. They call me Liara? Okay, I forgot her name. I mean, spoilers for anyone who hasn't played Shadow Broker DLC for Mass Effect 2. Or 3?
2.
It was 2? The Shadow Broker DLC? Okay.
It explains wherever the fuck she was, and remember she's in your party in the third game.
Yeah.
Are you gonna get the MK Premium Edition to get it this week?
Oh, thank you. I didn't get the email that you were getting.
I got it plenty of times for you, I guess.
I gotcha. Yeah, I need to grab that. Just remind me after we're done recording here, so I don't forget.
You getting the premium one?
Isn't it the same as the normal price? Or am I bugging? Isn't it? Didn't you say the discount was like it's 60 now for the discount?
For the premium, I don't. Hold on. Let me crunch the numbers again. I think it ends up being like $80 or $90.
Oh no, I thought it was like I thought the discount was like how they do. Hey, get the cool edition for as much as the base one.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I thought you were saying.
Standard, because everybody's making digital more expensive now, where the excuse was, oh, it's a physical. Fuck
Yeah,
off with that.
we're done with that. They're like, oh,
The
they forgot about that.
the base one's 5809 with the 17% Green Man game.
Okay.
The premium one, which is normally $110,
No, not
is
doing that.
$91
Not doing that. No.
to get it a week early, and then yeah,
I
I think that's all.
didn't get Starfield a week early. Okay, I'm not gonna get Mortal Kombat a week early.
And most of the price is because they just put the combat pack in there.
Oh,
That's really the only thing. You get it early, comes with the season pass, comes with if you didn't just already buy it for the same amount of money.
yeah.
And then you get in-game currency. I don't know what the fuck you use dragon crystals for.
It might be some of the offline stuff, or maybe online stuff. Who knows? Yeah. Yeah, I'll probably get the standard then. I'm not.
It's silly.
Yeah, I'm not gonna spend $90 so I can play it a week early. I'm not I'm not that much of a Mortal Kombat fan. What was I gonna mention? What's up, Randall? I thought you were gonna say something. You're square lit up. I was gonna bring something else up for this episode. I forgot what it was.
Movie related,
It might have been.
game related.
Did I talk about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? I did, right? Last week?
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, I did.
you both did. Oh, are you gonna do an Ahsoka minute?
Oh! Randall, you want to start?
I
Hello?
thought we already talked about the latest episode.
No, we talked about episode 3 last week. Episode 4 happened the day after we recorded, so. Unless you haven't seen episode 4.
I don't know. To be honest with you, what was episode 4?
All the lightsaber battles that happened.
Okay.
It was an action-packed episode. This was the best episode. Like, you should remember it. Like, it was, out of all of the other ones, this was like.
Is this the episode where Anakin shows up?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I mean, he comes up in, like, her head, if that makes sense.
I was gonna say.
Like, it's not him.
That's quite a sentence to say.
Yeah, it's not
Outright.
like. Yeah, it's not like him back from whatever. Like, it's in her head.
For the record, I don't give a shit.
Okay. Well, spoilers ahead. Yeah, I'm also gonna preface it with I watched it over the weekend that week. It was like Friday night, I think it was Saturday, and I'm like, you know what? Let me see if this show gets like monumentally better while surfing the clouds. Holy shit, does it! Like that shit was fantastic. The shots that were like the one-on-one between her and Balin, I was in it. I'm like, what is happening? What? The time dedicated, like they were like playing footsies at some points, then they started swinging again. It was shot with like a fighting game side camera, like a side camera shot, framed nicely. I was like, let's go. And then what was the other fight that was happening? It was the girl and Sabine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I was having a fantastic time with that episode 4. That was well worth it for me.
Mm.
I had a great and again, shout out to what's his name, Ray Stevenson, rest in peace. Him playing Balin, I like him as Balin, dude. They were changing stances and stuff, and I'm like, man, it made it seem so. It's like if they were using lightsabers as like it was swordsmanship. Like they were. Again, I don't know anything about swordsmanship, so I don't know if those were actual stances or not, but
You know.
it was just sick to watch. I don't know why.
You know.
All right, right now we need the flip side of this now. We gave it the positive support here. We need to hear what you got to say. If you remember it.
I didn't like it very much. I mean, it was alright. I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know, man. I'm slowly starting to feel like Bryant, man, and I hate that.
Ooh, what is that supposed to mean?
Huh?
What's that supposed to mean? You don't like feeling like Brian? What the hell?
Well, I mean, like he's to the point where he's just sick of Star Wars, and I'm starting to get to that point.
Oh shoot!
Because I'm constantly being disappointed.
Oh, then yeah, then you're probably gonna get there by the end of this season. So that means you're not gonna watch what's the other stuff? Didn't they announce another Star Wars show that's after this? Or am I bugging out?
I don't know.
Never mind. I think it's just Bad Batch that I know of. I don't know if there's other Star Wars stuff. No, there was. I just remember what it's called. Oh well. So you done after this? You're not gonna watch Andor season 2 or something?
What?
If they make an Andor season 2, you're gonna watch it?
I haven't even seen the first one. So if I did, I would have to catch up.
Oh man. And you always like, what is there to watch? Watch Andor.
I didn't think it was gonna be good, so I kind of like let it.
Well, you might not like it because I mean you're slowly descending into I'm done with the burnout. So you're probably not gonna like it because you already consumed all the other stuff that wasn't as good. So by the time you start watching this, you can be like, I don't even feel like it, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's our Ahsoka second. How many episodes is it? Is it 8 or 6? I'm gonna go look it up. Or are we almost done? Because they also advertise that the 5th episode is gonna be in theaters, which is this week's episode. They're making a Daryl Dixon show. Okay. Oh, it's already it started airing. Oh, it came out 2 days ago. There's a Walking Dead Daryl Dixon.
You know here?
Here, listen to this. I don't know what's happened in the Last of Us. That's what I was gonna say. In The Walking Dead. But the name of the episode of the first episode of the name of the first episode of Daryl Dixon, The Walking Dead, is called L'Homme Perdu. Following his departure from the Commonwealth, Daryl Dixon washes ashore in France. How the hell did he get to France?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, dude.
I might watch just to hear the English, like the European accents.
What if he learns French with his accent?
That'd be really funny. That's crazy. What was I looking up before this? Ahsoka?
I think so. Whatever the name of the show is after, right?
Say again?
Whatever the show is after.
It's 8 episodes. So yeah, we're halfway through it. Yeah, the episode we're talking about is called Fallen Jedi. I definitely like that one a lot. We'll see what the rest happens. What the rest happens? What happens in the rest of the show? Cool. I think that's all, boys. Anything else you guys want to bring up?
I don't think.
Brothers
What?
have any? Would you rather?
I don't have them locked up. I'd have to look it up. But I mean, I'm not. If that's all we got, then that's all we got.
I feel like there's something like an event gonna go happen soon. Isn't TGS next week?
Yes, it is. Video game show 20.
But it'd be after our podcast day, right?
Depending on when the press conferences are.
'Cause
Official
it's the
timetable.
21st.
Okay. What is happening? Yeah, September 21st is when it starts. There's the opening program, the opening keynote. And there's different people doing different things. Capcom's is on September 1st at 2300 hours. So like
September 1st or 21st?
Did I say first?
Yeah,
21st is what I meant.
that is.
505 Games is on there. Koei Tecmo is on the 21st. Microsoft.
I'll be right back.
Okay. You're right. Sega and Atlas is on the 21st as well. Level 5? What is level 5 then? Why does that sound familiar?
I don't know.
Oh, Yokai Watch, Professor Layton, Okay, so level 5 does some stuff that I've heard before. The Japan Game Awards are happening that day too. That's weird. Square Enix is on the 22nd. Koei Tecmo Games again on the 22nd. Okay. Hoyoverse is happening on the 22nd. Whatever their presentation is. D3? Why does that sound familiar? Publisher.
Card King?
Custom Mech Wars. Oh no, I don't know what they've. I don't think I've played anything that they released.
I think they used to do like the Budokai games, D3.
Maybe. Okay, that's what's happening, and then nothing. It's not going to be streamed on the same live stream. So, but PlayStation is probably going to have a state of play sometime next week because everybody's waiting for that because everyone's expecting Bloodborne, so or Elden Ring DLC. So,
in all honesty, I think it's gonna be that. I think it's gonna be DLC. Basically like a trailer, and then like a release window next year. I don't think it'll be Bloodborne, only because I think they don't. I think Bloodborne would basically make people lose interest in Armored Core and move back to that, as opposed to just an announcement for Elden Ring. I think that wouldn't overshadow Armored Core too much. I don't know if that makes sense.
no, because they'll just announce it and they'll stay playing Armored Core until it comes out sometime next year. They're not going to release it this year.
Well, I would think if it's Bloodborne, I would think this year. I think they would do that, but I think with Elden Ring, I don't.
No, there's
I don't
no.
know if that's making sense.
There's not making sense. I mean, I know what you're saying. That doesn't make sense. They will not release another game this year.
I think so.
I do not see that happening.
If Bloodborne, I think this year, end of this
Sorry,
year.
let me take that back. If it's not FromSoft, if they just give it to Nix's or some other developer that does ports, then it'll release this year. But if
That's what they did with
correct, but if it's FromSoft making it, it's not coming out this year.
regardless of who it is, if Bloodborne announcement, I think
This year,
before the end of the year it'll come out. But the Elden Ring DLC, I don't think so. I think that'll be like an early next year thing.
Mikola.
It's actually gonna be Elden Ring, but the DLC takes you to space.
I don't see Bandai Namco here.
Oh, yeah. I would think that'd be a good time to another Tekken reveal.
Unless they're going to be in somebody else's, like Sega and Atlas. No, that's gonna be RPG Central. Capcom is the only one I see.
Sega and Atlas is gonna be more Persona related stuff and that new IP that they announced. And then probably some Sonic. Sonic goes to Vegas or something.
Nice. Maybe they might show up in Microsoft's Bandai Namco with like Tekken stuff. Since that's gonna release on Tekken, right? On Tekken. Yeah, Tekken's gonna release on Tekken. They're gonna release it's gonna release on Xbox, right? It's not PlayStation exclusive, right?
I don't think so. I think it's on everything.
Okay.
I think it's on everything but Switch, I think.
Which good, right? Okay. Unless there's a typo, and instead of Koei Tecmo Games that's on the 22nd, it might be Bandai Namco? Nope. It's on there twice. That's weird. Then what do you expect Capcom to announce? Oh, never mind.
Resident Evil DLC.
They've already have a lineup.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It looks like it's Street Fighter 6, Resident Evil 4 VR mode, something about Extra Primal. It looks like Ace Attorney and Monster Hunter Now. Isn't that like a mobile version of Monster Hunter?
I think so. They have no announcement. I'm on the Tekken Twitter.
Oh, they're gonna have Dragon's Dogma 2 playable there. So Godspeed, whoever's there. That line's gonna be long, dude. They're gonna be there. It's gonna be like 3 hours just to play like a 20-minute demo.
Okay, so what day did this? It's just speculation that there'll be a Sony thing there, or they already have a date.
No, I don't think Sony has a state of the play. They haven't announced the day yet, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, because I think it'll be on that they Um,
Oh, I'm
or it's I
sorry.
think
Oh, as of 2 hours ago, they announced it.
what day?
Tomorrow. So Sony's State of Play comes out tomorrow at 6 in the afternoon Eastern.
So that's when we're gonna get a Tekken announcement. And the reason I say that is because at Gamescom Tekken won best PlayStation game.
And they say Tuesday's State of the Play digital event will run about. Wait, Tuesday? That's not Tuesday. Is this incorrect? Or is this last year? That's last year. Thank you, Anthony, for fake news.
This is why we're canceled.
Yeah. I'm like, what the heck? Let me type in 2023. Is there not one? You want to explain that,
Bless you.
Randall, or
Huh?
that sound that came out of your body just now? Never mind, Brian. That was last year.
We
It
start
happened.
pre-ordering Apple stuff. It's Friday.
Yeah, they usually do the announcement, and then within the week, you should be able to start pre-ordering.
You're pre-ordering Apple stuff, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Did you pre-order Tekken yet?
That's a good question. I don't know if I have or not.
Interesting. He puts Apple over Tekken. Think you know a guy.
Okay, no,
You know, I might.
nothing has been announced. Sorry. So most likely this week or next week, we'll get Sony's. So we'll see. For Sony's, this is probably the most interesting one because it's right. I think this is the last State of Play they'll probably have for the end of the year, right? And any other announcements will probably be at the Game Awards or something. So, but they usually lean towards Japanese devs during the TGS State of Play. So that's why I was thinking Bandai Namco is gonna. They probably don't have anything set for the TGS proper live stream because they might have something for Sony's State of
That's my
Play.
guess.
Is it going to be completely new stuff or stuff that
We don't know.
already?
And nothing's been announced. It's rumored that they're gonna make one a State of Play because they've done it last year and the year before during TGS. They make a State of Play, but they haven't announced when. They haven't announced if they're doing it. I think it's just rumors or reports. But
You
if it's coming
recall
out, it'll be this week or next week.
what was shown last year?
I can look it up.
The reason I ask
Mm-hmm.
is because if you tell me a big announcement from them during that, then okay, just tell me and then I'll
Yeah.
tell you why I asked.
Tekken 8 was officially revealed last year at the State of Play that happened during TGS. So it might show more stuff in Tekken 8.
For sure, dude.
They announced the controller for God of War Ragnarok, that blue one, remember? A bunch of VR stuff. The Yakuza Ishin spin-off game. They showed a little bit of Hogwarts Legacy with like a PlayStation exclusive quest. Pacific Drive, they showed off last year during that time. PlayStation Stars loyalty program. Bandai Namco's game, Sin Duality. It looked like a third-person shooter. Oh, they showed Project Eve. Oh, now it's called Stellar Blade. That girl who had like the action game. There was like this girl in like a tight suit.
I don't know what the hell that is.
Neo developer announced that open world samurai game, Rise of the Ronin. So we might get another look at that.
It's funny that you mentioned samurai because when did it's not Sekiro.
Oh, you're thinking
Ghost
about
of
Ghost of
Tsushima.
Tsushima. You're right. That would be a crazy announcement of a sequel. That would be nice. Maybe that's why they haven't announced it. They're trying to get assets to show that, like a trailer set up for that.
That'd be my guess.
That would be neat.
Because they don't have that many first party things I can think of. Once Spider-Man's out, we don't know anything else.
But they positioned that release in what is it, November, October?
October.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
they
saying. So
they might.
like, I would think that they would use this as like a, hey, here's another thing from Spider-Man, and it shows a new Jonah Jameson, and they're like, oh, and they reveal what's next to come because they don't have any more first parties that we know of announced.
Well, maybe the other studios are running into issues with whatever game they're working with, because they did announce that they were once Spider-Man 2, they already started moving people from Spider-Man 2 because they're finishing it up to the Wolverine game. So that's gonna start production soon.
Gotcha. That
Insomniac, thank you. I'm like, who fucking makes Spider-Man? I'm like, it's Insomniac.
I don't feel like that would be like a
They're not gonna tease
TGS
that.
state of play with Wolverine. Yeah.
It's usually I'm pretty sure it's gonna be, not pretty sure because God of War is not Japanese, and they made a controller ass announcement on there. Who knows? I just know that Tsushima 2 would definitely be a good one, a good fit there, and more Tekken 8 stuff because they announced Tekken 8 last year in the same place.
Anthony, we're
what?
stupid.
We are?
The next part of Final Fantasy VII remake.
Oh, that's true. You're right. That, well, I mean, Square Enix has
On top of that,
Square Enix has a slot in TGS. I would imagine they show it on their conference.
hey, fuck you.
Oh no, they might do what they used to do at E3. Remember, they would like preview it at somebody's, and then the full demo would be at someone else's.
Because they have Final Fantasy, the next 7 thing, 16 DLC teas, because they mentioned there's going to be DLC for the game.
Oh, neat.
What the hell were we talking about before I mentioned that?
You said we were. I mean, I was just giving an overview, but you mentioned we were dumb because of Final Fantasy VII.
Now I'm just naming Square things because remember they announced another Kingdom Hearts. That'd be
They
on the
did?
Square side. Yeah. Remember that one trailer where it shows him in like Queens?
I have deleted that trailer from my memory. He's in Queens?
That's what it looks like.
You say that, and the first thing that comes up is New Donk City when Mario goes to.
That it looks like they stole that vibe.
Oh, that's insane. I don't remember that at all. I have to look it up.
Unless it's a fan made thing that I saw, but it didn't look like it.
I mean, I believe you. Like, that game was already wacky as hell, so. I don't know.
Oh. Who made? What's the name of the people at Konami? Konami could be a thing for PlayStation. They announced that the Silent Hill's actually happening.
Yeah, yeah. What do they
Actually,
have?
no. Remember the remake for Silent Hill was announced a while back.
Oh yeah. You're right. They'll probably show that off.
If Capcom doesn't have Capcom has their own section, so there goes Resident Evil stuff. Could get that.
But again, it could be like I mentioned. They might tease it or something, in their state of play and be like, see more during Capcom's presentation, or something. Heck, do I know? I mean, it's happening later in the week. Like the September 21st is like Thursday for us, so
Yeah.
there's plenty of time still for that state of play to happen between now and then. They have a whole ass week to just be like, hey, we have a video prep for you. It's coming out tomorrow. Yeah. Announcement time for TGS. And then usually Game Awards time is another announcement time. But we have too many games to be playing, dog. I need a Mark Blast. What's up?
That'd be pog as fuck for the Xbox one. Their TGS presentation, which wouldn't happen because I don't think they would just show Fable stuff at Tokyo Game Show. But
they might. The Fable team tweeted out a picture. It's like, hey, here's your Fable team with some of the Microsoft leadership today out of nowhere. And I'm like, oh, okay. They might have more. Or it might have been an old tweet. I just didn't check the date because that's what just happened not 20 minutes ago with the TGS info. So
I don't think I trust you anymore.
Yeah, I've lost all credibility now because of my lack of reading skills.
It'd be like that.
It'd be like that. What was I gonna say? I don't remember.
The Capcom announcement, did they say, oh, many more or anything like that?
I can't read the brochure. It was in Japanese.
And you said you can't read that, or what?
I cannot. I can show you it.
So now you can't read that, huh?
I'll put it in the chat, I guess, so you can take a look. Oh, it's just a screenshot from their website. If you go to capcom-games.com. It's /TGS, sorry. Physical event, online event schedule. Yeah, September 21st at 10 in the morning, dude. Nice and early. Yeah, it looks like it's the same list of stuff that it was listed out earlier. So if they do have any surprises, they're just keeping it tucked in for the actual live presentation.
Mm.
Which would mean what? Resident Evil 4 came out after Resident Evil 8. So maybe they might have a teaser for Resident Evil 9. Because they seem like they're going on and off. Like main sequel and then a remake, sequel, remake, sequel, remake.
Well, okay,
Or-
so here's my question then. Did it go Resident Evil 2, then 8, and then 3?
No, 8's already out. That was Village.
I'm sorry. I'm an idiot.
The next one
No,
should
that's
be
what I mean.
9. Like, because
Village
Resident
came
Evil
out.
this year.
Village-
Resident Evil, sorry. Let me back up. Resident Evil Village came out before Resident Evil 4 Remake. Then Resident Evil 4 Remake came out this year. So the next project, I would imagine, will be Resident Evil 9.
When did. What's the name of the one before Village? Just Biohazard?
Just
Or
7. Yeah, it was just 7.
did it go 2 remake, then that, then 3?
Yeah, I think it went remake of 2, 7. No.
No, I think it was 7, 2, then 3.
Then 2 and 3, and then 8, and then I think because they quickly, again, because 3 just felt different than 2. 2 felt like, damn, they took their time with this remake, and 3 felt like it was just not as cool. I don't know. I really like 2. 2 remake, I love. 3 was like, it's fine. So
And
maybe.
I think they said that allegedly with Village, that's the end of the Ethan guy's story. So if there isn't
Well, I mean,
another one,
by the ending, yeah. Do you remember the ending?
I didn't see the ending.
Oh, yeah, it should be done.
At least I don't remember the ending. I know I watched Javi play it, and I watched you play it.
Yeah,
I don't remember the ending.
he should be done. If he's
Well-
coming back, that'd be really weird.
It could follow the daughter, I think.
That's the DLC.
Did you do the DLC?
Yeah.
Does that end with a? Does it end or is it?
I mean, it
Ethan?
ends with like she can be the story can follow her, but Ethan Winters we're done with that. We're done with Ethan
Oh.
Winters, but the daughter, I can see them making her a badass or something.
I don't know what else they would do if they make a new one.
I don't know. I'm having
Space.
I'm having fun replaying the old games with, upgraded visuals and stuff. So replaying 5 co-op, that'd be pretty cool. Better visuals. And then 6 was just, they need to do more than just up the graphics on that. They need to do some changes mechanically on that.
Just remake it.
Yeah.
Just pretend like 6 never came out.
And just retcon 6 into just a
Just
new
call it
story or
6
something.
And don't say remake. Just say 6
Yeah.
and they're like, shouldn't they have remake at the end? It's gonna be confusing. Like, what do you mean? It's the first time released.
It's the first time we released Resident Evil 6. As you came up to him holding the old one. I don't know, where'd you get that? Is that a fan art or?
You give them a cease and desist already. Like you knew someone was gonna bring it.
Yeah. And they also have other games like Resident Evil Revelations 1 and 2 that reviewed well. They can remake that. They can spend they can get a lot of cash just remaking all the old stuff that reviewed well because people will play it again with updated visuals.
When are they gonna make Resident Evil Warriors? Or it's just a Dynasty Warriors game with Resident Evil.
I'm down. And you play Krauser and you're just knifing up like 40 zombies at once?
Wesker teleporting and shooting.
Yeah, Wesker just teleporting between like a massive mob of zombies and just knocking them out. Let's go, bro. And like you have boss like elite enemies and it's just gonna be like what's his name from Resident Evil 2 remake? Not Nemesis,
Tyrant.
like a bunch of tyrants. Yeah, come on, it's not gonna be a $70 game, but $20 little game you just smash buttons. Come on, that's an easy one. Yeah, dude, we'll see. Capcom's maybe. Oh, people are getting hyped because it's about that time of year where Capcom's like, I heard you guys like Monster Hunter, and they're probably gonna announce a new Monster Hunter. I don't know if that now one is the new one or that's just like their first Monster Hunter for mobile or something.
I
That
think that's
sounds
the
like a
mobile one.
mobile ass like title, right?
Okay, so when you
Hmm.
looked at the website, did it say and more, or just the things that were bulleted?
It's just talking about the stuff that were bullet that I mentioned before. I thought you went to the
Okay.
site. That's why I got out of it, Brian.
I just went to Capcom.com and then forgot what you said, and then I just closed it and moved on.
My God, dude. Yeah, if you go to the online event, get all the latest news in our pre-recorded stream as part of TGS Online. The lineup. Right now, the lineup is Apoyo Justice, Apollo, I guess. I don't know why I said Apoyo. Uh, Ace Attorney Trilogy, Street Fighter 6, Exoprimal, and Dragon's Dogma 2. And that's, to me, that's the winner. Dragon's Dogma 2 from that first trailer they showed, I'm like, this is going to be insane.
I really want to give it a shot. I think I fucked myself on the first one. Just picked a boring class.
I think I started it once in a voice. I was in a Discord call and just launched it to play for a bit, and I'm like, I don't have the breaking passage to play this right now, and I just got out.
I reinstalled because I think I saw you play it, and I was like, oh, I have a save. That's right. And I hit play. Like I continued it. I was in jail. And I'm like, what? And I too much to know I was a delinquent. I just uninstalled.
Oh wait, they even tell you descriptions of what's happening. So the Ace Attorney trilogy get an update on this collection title, which is scheduled to release early 2024. For Street Fighter 6, tune in for news including details on Aki, the latest character being added in fall 2023. For Exoprimal, Exo Fighters, get ready for the details on Title Update 2. So they're just going to show update. And then Dragon's Dogma 2, director, I'm not going to pronounce his name properly, will present the latest gameplay video and discuss the game. So it might be a long walkthrough of like the game. So it's probably going to be
Aki's
Dragon's Dogma focused. That sucks. No Monster Hunter.
Aki's advice can be, hey, this is her move set, then show her inputs.
Yeah, that's
Because she
unfortunate.
comes out the week after.
Yeah, but for a but yeah, TGS. I don't want to see. Hey, look at a character. It's not hype. I don't know.
I know, I agree completely.
Hey, look at the character you already knew about and you've just been patiently waiting.
And that's the thing too. Like, shout out to the Guilty Gear people. They just maybe like the week before they just release a gameplay breakdown video. So I'm hoping they just be like, oh yeah, she's coming out. Some 60-second thing, and then maybe they go into like costumes or
Oh,
other stuff they add to the game, maybe.
perhaps. Um, I don't know. If there's no surprise announcements from what the information I know now, I don't know how hype this TGS is going to be. I think PlayStation needs to bring it with that state of play. Otherwise, the rest of the stuff, I'm like, okay, nothing really fancy for me, personally. But unless, of course, like the Neo developers show off that open world Ronin game, I'd love to see what that looks like. Same with the Ghost of Tsushima. If Sony's like, you know what? Here's the sequel, dude. Crazy. You remember how good it looked on PS4? Wait till they push it with the PS5 horsepower. Goodness. The game's gonna slap. Visually, anyway.
Did you ever end up playing the DLC, the one
Nope.
that you kept asking me to play? And I felt like it was my fault because every time you was like, "Yo, are we gonna do this?" And
No, you
I
talking about the
said,
co-op
"Yeah."
stuff, right? The multiplayer stuff? No, we never played it. I think I did like the single player tutorial that you can do when you launch it, but we never did it.
I think you know a guy.
I don't even. Yeah, I'm sure the servers are still online. Like, I don't know why they would cut the servers down.
I just saw a tweet 2 hours ago, but 2 years ago as well, that apparently they shut them down.
That's fantastic. Well, it's gone forever. That could have been a nice standalone $20 game too. Like that, I think it was like three player co op, and you play as different classes of samurai. Like that has legs. You can turn that into a full like a standalone multiplayer game. In my opinion, maybe up it to 4 player though, because I'm sick of this 3 player co op garbage. That's just me.
Mm-hmm.
That's just me. Um, I really do have that like this sink it. I'm forgetting something. I think I was going to say something on the podcast, but I forgot what it was.
Movie related, game related, music related,
I don't know.
event related.
I don't know, man. I just don't know. But that's it. I don't got anything else. I don't
You
mind
get a
cutting
pot on
early.
your birthday.
Oh my god, it lands right on it.
You got
Probably
any big
not.
plans?
No, hopefully
Do
nothing
you
is
want
what I.
anything?
No, my plan is to do as little as possible. That's my plan.
Are you sure you go on anything?
Yeah, you're like breaking up, dude.
I said, are you sure you don't want anything?
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm 100% positive.
Cancel the giraffe.
Yeah. Damn, you said that. And it reminded me of There's a video of. You know who Joey and I forgot the other guy's name. They do the Basement podcast or something. Anywho, they stumbled across the post of Toys R Us when they were closing down, and it showed a picture of the giraffe packing his bag and saying thank you for all the toys and stuff, and they were like getting emotional. Now you made me think about it. I'm like, oh my god, that's right. Toys R Us had to close down. That place was fucking our Home Depot of the day, dude.
Wait, you mean it's gone?
Yeah, it's been gone. But
3 years.
Brian saying giraffe reminds me of the post they made. If you look it up, you can find it like last post of Toys R Us or the giraffe saying goodbye, or whatever, and it's like him dressed up and he's got his little backpack, like he packed everything up and he's leaving for good.
Mm-hmm.
It's just sad, dude.
The idea of that not existing and Blockbuster's like,
It's an
I
end
don't
of an
know.
era. Like that,
Yeah,
it just sucks. No one when you give people digital stuff, like why do I need to go to Blockbuster? I can just literally hit a button and I can watch my stuff. It's hard to fight. You can't fight that convenience. Especially like, oh, sorry, we don't have that video. Everything was limited amount. You need to have physical copies. It's like, oh, that one's already been rented. We don't have any more copies. Bet. Go home and just hit download. I mean, get it illegally somehow. By
what's
download.
funny is that's the only reason I didn't try Fable 1 when it came out. Or when it was out, because they never had copies of it.
Yeah, it was always rented out.
So Fable 2 is my first Fable. And then I went back because I had Game Pass and Fable 1 is playable. And I'm like, Diablo, outdated. And I uninstalled it.
That's what sucks. Of some games, they just don't age, especially if they get like a sequel that improves, has like a ton of quality of life stuff, and you're like, I can't imagine playing this game without it. And then you go try to go back and play it, like, nope.
That would be cool
What?
to do. Like they announced the new Fables like 3 years out, but then they say, oh, but next year, Fable Collection remade.
That would be pretty cool. It's just who's gonna make all three of them? Because they were pretty big games, right?
We don't
Even
need
for
third
back
one.
at the time. Oh, or both games, whatever. But even two was. I mean, you spent a lot of time playing two.
It was massive.
Yeah, that's gonna take some time because those assets are gonna look a lot better, and that takes time. You can't just poop them out. That's sick. Did we talk about this last week or did this happen this week? The Nintendo Switch 2 stuff? Was that last week that we
I
talked
don't
about?
remember you talking about it. I remember you posting it.
Well, during Gamescom, the report is that Nintendo was there showing off Nintendo Switch 2 target hardware. Like it's not the actual hardware itself; it's just what they're targeting to release. I think the report said, or the article said that they showed off like Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom, one of the Zelda games, running like at 4K. It uses DLSS and stuff like that. So I'm thinking they're gonna stick with Nvidia, like they did with the first Switch. Maybe an upgraded Tegra chip that supports DLSS and stuff like that, which is great because that means we can get some sort of upscaling to get 4K visuals in some way. So it also ran. They also said that it was running the Unreal Engine 5 Matrix demo on that hardware, which is great. That means it's gonna have a lot of horsepower, which is finally right. I mean, the Switch is the last thing to be updated. That thing is still, and it still sells. That's the beauty of it. Nintendo's over here like getting mountains of please release Switch 2, and they go, we'll release Switch 2 when you stop buying Switch, and you guys continue to keep buying Switch the console. So it's like, what? There's no urgency. They can take their time making the next one. Crazy.
I probably the only console I would end up buying again. I think after this gen, like, oh, PS6, sucks your dick from afar. I'm like, I don't care.
Damn, remote sucking? That's
That's
crazy.
remote play. That's what it's
Oh,
gonna evolve into.
they're gonna have to talk to Steam. It's called remote play on there.
It's already called that for PlayStation though.
I think it's called PlayStation Remote Play.
I
Who
don't think
knows?
that's what it's called on Steam. I think Steam's something else. I think isn't Steam just called Game Together or something like that?
No, that's just a label they use for games that are co-op split screen that you can use remote play.
I don't fucking believe you.
You shouldn't, because I mean, after my horrendous data dump for the TGS stuff, that was incorrect because it was a year late. Yeah. Okay,
Question.
go for it. Go for it.
Brian mentioned something a couple of seconds ago that I have been thinking about for a while.
Remote
Okay.
sucking.
No.
Okay, that's what happened a couple of seconds ago. So I'm only asking.
I've been seriously thinking about, well, not seriously, but kind of just thinking about it in passing. I don't know if I'm gonna get the new consoles that come out.
Randall, no, you don't need to. You have an absolutely monster of a PC and you've played Tekken 7 on it. You don't need anything new, Randall. You don't. You're barely, like you mentioned at the beginning of the podcast, you don't play. You haven't played in who knows how long. You have God
Yeah,
of
but
War sitting there.
this is a unique situation where,
Here we
like, I
go.
mean, I
What
will
is
get back.
what is the
I will
unique
get back
situation?
into, huh?
What is the unique situation?
Um, all right, so maybe about no, actually, it was when I went to that funeral. That's
Mm-hmm.
when everything like kind of like went sideways for me,
Mm-hmm.
and ever since then, I've been really trying my best to get my Calimberan out so
Okay.
that so that it comes out this holiday. No excuses, no ifs, no ands, no buts, no nothing. So I've been working really hard with that, and I had to sacrifice like you know playing games because I'm like every time I look at my stick or I look at my library on Steam and I'm thinking about playing something, I'm like, man, I could be using this time to work on my stuff. So, and that's exactly what happens. Like, I look at my library on Steam, or I look at my controllers or whatever, and I'll be like, man, but only an hour won't hurt. And I'll be like, well, that's an hour that you could be using on working on your stuff. So then I just start working on my stuff. So I've been trying to be consistent, um, which I have been for a while now, which is why I haven't played anything in a while. So I'm kind of like sacrificing the whole game thing until I get to the point where I know that I'm ready to launch stuff during the holidays. So that's why I said it's a unique situation because I got hit with like a huge epiphany. Not really epiphany, but I just got hit with something huge when I
A
went on.
reality check is what you got hit
Yeah,
with.
like a reality check. Like I'm like, man, like you know how sometimes some people say, I just do it tomorrow, I just do it tomorrow, I just do it tomorrow. Like, yeah, we live in a world where like tomorrow isn't promised, but it's not even that. It's just that it's just funny how quickly and deceptive tomorrow can like continuously be an excuse. Like you could say I do it tomorrow or I do it next week, and next thing you know, it's like half the year that went by.
Yeah, that's
So,
that's that's procrastination right there. But
but my original,
you do not need to get a PS6. You do
so
not.
my original question was, how do you guys feel about it? Like, do you think you're gonna still continue to buy um the
Yes.
new consoles that come out? Because I'm just thinking like even games that I want to play that even if I didn't get around to playing them, I don't know if I can warrant. Like it hasn't been that many games that were exclusively on PS5. And I'm like, man, I'm glad I got a PS5. most of the games that I play can be played on Steam.
Well, what I'm gonna tell you is you don't need a PS6, but at the speed you play your games, it'll be on PC by the time you're ready to play it. So you shouldn't get a console. You do not play it. You do not binge. You do not go through it. You just what was the word? I want to savor it or whatever. That then you need to not get consoles.
Well, that's uniquely for God of War. Like when I played Miles Morales, I went through it pretty quickly.
So what was
You
the ending
get
of
that
Sifu?
too.
Huh?
What was the ending of Sifu?
Um, you fight the dude that killed your master.
Okay, Randall. So if I go to your trophy list, you have the trophy to finish it.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
I did a podcast on beating it.
On
Mm,
Sifu?
Yeah,
Okay.
No, you told us that you were trying to beat it without getting like hit, so you could
Yeah.
that's the
restart it.
last thing that I said.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
I thought I said I beat it too. Yeah.
You know what I like to do, Randall?
What?
Data, right? That's what I like to do. He say, she say, that don't mean nothing to me. Data, right? Let's take a look at you. Let's take a look at you.
Even I didn't. I still can't get over the fact that the game that I recommended is Game of the Year, and I haven't even beat it. And then it came out on
Returnal?
PC. Yeah, and then it came out on PC.
Mm.
That's why I'm done with it, because Returnal and Ragnarok are the only real PlayStation experiences that I got,
Oh
and
my
one of
god.
two came out on PC. So that's why it's just sitting there reminding me mistake.
It came out as an Epic Games exclusive? Because Randall, you don't
Yeah,
got
it's
no
not. It's not
trophies.
on. I didn't get it on console. It's on PC.
That's why. I'm like, fam, you don't have that on your PS5, period. You
Did
don't
it
even
come out
have
on console?
it did.
PlayStation.
It came out on
Oh,
PlayStation. That's why I went to
I
PlayStation
I
first.
got it on PlayStation as an excuse to use my console, and I still haven't beat that either.
That's wild. All that trouble you guys spent trying to get a console.
that's what I was saying. Like I was thinking about that one day. I was like, all the stuff that I went through to try to get a PS5, and like the only games that I've played on it is Miles Morales, Returnal, and God of War.
Nah, Randall, to answer your question, I will be getting the next consoles because I do not hesitate. New game exclusive, I'm playing that. Or I'm buying it.
But at
I'd
the end of
jump
the
on.
year, do you feel like the amount of games that you've played on it was worth it?
Yeah, I played Jedi Survivor on it. I played Dead Space on it. I played Battlefield 2042 on it. Resident Evil
Curious,
4
why did you choose to get Jedi Survival on console rather than PC?
because it's single player. I don't need to play online with anybody. So,
Oh, that's
and
your deciding factor. Like if it's an online game, you get it on PC.
yeah, so just in case anybody else gets it, I don't have to pay. I don't have to pay online on PC.
Mm.
And most games are on crossplay. If it's crossplay and multiplayer, then I might get it on console as well. I got Diablo 4 on console. It's crossplay. So like me and Brian can still play him on PC and me on my console.
Mm.
I've been playing a bunch on my PS5 this year. And on Xbox. Excuse me.
I played my Switch more than my PlayStation, which is funny considering.
Yeah, I played my same here. Pikmin 4 and Tears of the Kingdom has been oh, and Pokemon Scarlet. I've been playing on my Switch. So the first party games are there for a reason, like on there for a reason. That's why I still play it.
That's why I'm like, that's one. And then it being mobile, just like a Steam Deck, is another plus for me. So I think, yeah, after this gen, it's just gonna be PC and Nintendo. Even if, honestly, even if let's say PlayStation moved to like a console that's like the Switch or Steam Deck, I just don't think I care anymore. They
Oh, so
showed their hand.
you're
They
saying
showed
that
their hand once they started porting stuff to Steam.
so you're saying you're not you don't think you're gonna get another one either.
No, just Nintendo. So long as they stay with this like the Switch like platform. You know, honestly, I was just thinking about just like selling this PS5. I want to play Spider-Man 2, but I'm like, if anything, I could just throw a brick through Anthony's window when he's sleeping and play on his PlayStation.
What the hell?
Specifically, that way is the only way he'll let me.
Mhm.
Do 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 do. Do do do
GameStop
do
still
do.
exists.
Yeah, you got it. Fact checked. Randall beat Sifu. Do what?
Does GameStop still exist?
GameStop? I don't think so. They're making a movie about the stocks. What happened with the
Right.
stock stuff?
With the
If,
guy who played Riddler.
yeah, I don't know if you're gonna watch that or not. I'm not too interested in it, but I should pause this. I forgot I had Dead Island 2 on Epic. I'm like, where did we play it? There was one day I'm like, why isn't Dead Island 2 installed? Because it's not on Steam yet. So I'm like, how did we play it?
Mm-hmm.
Was it a dream?
We gotta play that. The Remnants. I still haven't installed Saints Row's been fun in a
Yeah. Every time
Wildlands kind of way.
yeah, I've been seeing it every time I launch what's it called, before I launch Starfield, I see that it's there and I'm like, still have that bad boy in the back pocket. Yeah, dude. So fucking wacky. What was your question? Did I answer your question? I did. Yeah, I'm still gonna get the consoles. I still use them. In the exclusives I'm there for. I'm not gonna wait a year or two to play Spider-Man after it's been released. I want that shit immediately. Right.
That's the only thing that I think has made me not sell it yet.
To play Spider-Man 2.
Yeah. But
Well,
what I'll
even
probably do.
future stuff I'm still waiting for. Like if they do Wolverine, if they Ghost of Tsushima 2, like whatever. If they make a God of War game or whatever that studio does next. If it's God of War, cool. If it's not, cool. It's gonna be cool. So
I think I'll probably end up doing is just keep it until Switch 2 confirmed. And then just trade both my Switch and that in.
oh, Horizon was kind of a letdown for me. The sequel. The first one I enjoyed a lot. The second one I'm like, there's something.
Oh, really? It wasn't good?
It was fine. It's just I don't care about anything that's happening in it.
That's what kept me from getting it. I just kept hearing.
I just didn't care. It's just an open world that you do a lot of the same stuff you did in the first one. I mean, that's granted. That's to be expected. It's a sequel, and the stuff they've added. One, you get the biggest one. Spoilers. You get to fly with one of the fucking mechs, and I'm like, that's awesome. You get that near the end of the game. So like, as cool as that would have been to just fly around in the middle of the game or something, like you get the cool shit near the end, and by that point, I just don't care. It's kind of my gripe with the open world stuff now. It's like we're going, it's bigger, it's bigger, it's bigger. I don't care if it's bigger. It's what am I doing? I don't want it bigger with just, oh look, the environment looks great. Okay, can I do anything with the environment but look at it? Then don't worry about how big it is. Right? Scale it back down. I don't need 7,000 miles of real life rendered world if all I can do is look at it and maybe collide with it. Can I cut it down? Can I make a house with it? Can I do something else? Like if it's just visuals, stop.
Speaking
Function.
of open world, aren't we due for another GTA?
We've been due for GTA since PS. When did it come out? PS3 and Xbox One.
Either PS3 or PS4.
Oh, it was PS4.
It was PS3. I swear to you, GTA 5
Are
came
you
out
talking about like
PS3.
the initial launch?
Yeah, it was PS3, and then PS4 came out, and then they re-released it because they have more horsepower. So it's like, oh, we can release it on PS4, and then now they had a newer update,
You wanna know what year it came out, Randall?
2013.
Well, yeah.
He ruins everything.
I got
He
it. Let's
said it.
fucking go, dude.
Anthony's a bitch. I didn't even say Anthony's name. I said Randall's name.
What?
You know what I said.
Within that time, Randall, Red Dead Redemption 2 came and went.
In
And
a
we
month, Anthony, since you know everything.
I'm thinking November.
Final answer?
It's September or November, but I'm just going with November to add a flip a coin.
Final answer?
November is my final answer.
Second guess yourself. September.
It was September. Fuck. Damn it!
Mm.
I'm out here killing the game, man. They
What
call me
day?
the
What day then? What day then?
what day? Let's do the.
That's funny. I was going to ask that too. You know, it
Let's,
has to be like at the end of the week though, like a Friday or something like
it
that.
has to be the 20s. I can't It has to be the 20s. Let's do September 23rd, 22.
Final answer.
Yeah,
I feel like you're just guessing now.
yeah, because the
Do
day
you have a guess,
random.
Randall?
Huh?
Do you have a, you
I
have a
want to
guess?
guess.
Yeah. That ass.
That man's looking it up right now.
17th.
He looked it up.
I didn't.
Oh, it's the 17th.
There you go.
Oh my god.
He's not just yours.
Oh. What?
He said, "Oh my god!" I said he's not just yours. Yeah, we were definitely overdue for one random. There was that leak that happened quite some time ago. It was like super, like in debug mode, dev mode, like they were testing something. It might have been maybe a QA leaked it or something. So there's definitely working on it. It's just we'll see when we get to that.
What exactly was leaked?
Just some
Faucet.
gameplay of a guy walking around, and you see some NPCs walking around. Like they were testing probably something. I don't know. You might be able to scrape it. They tried taking it down all over the internet, but you might be able to find some of the footage. But it looks like it's in like they're testing something. Like it's running with dev stuff, like overlays on top of it and stuff. Like it wasn't like, oh, look at this gameplay with the final HUD or something. So yeah, I can't wait for it. I enjoyed GTA 5. I love Red Dead Redemption 1 and 2. So GTA 4 was a phase in people's lives when they on Xbox 360. Nico, my cousin.
Yeah, that's my best one too. I should say favorite one.
Like that, there was something about 4 that had a charm to it. I don't know what it was.
For me, it's
At the end,
between-
did you choose his cousin or the girl?
I played both. My initial one, I think, was I picked him. Like my first playthrough, I picked him.
Cousin
Yeah,
first?
yeah. Through my first playthrough, then I went, and then I don't know if I loaded up a save or something or if I replayed it or something. Then I chose the girl to see what happens.
Of course, I picked the girl.
Damn.
They don't want to go
His
bowling.
cousin was screwing up, bro, a lot.
Okay, so kill him. That's what you just said. That's wild, bro.
No, I mean it's not like you got like he didn't put your life in danger too.
Yeah, but you are the main character. You're gonna be fine, unless you play a different game. I'm not gonna spoil it.
Mm.
Rockstar was so dirty for that.
For me, it's between 4 and Vice City.
Oh, Vice City was also really good. That if they Rockstar, if you're listening, you have a great rendering engine right now. Remake Vice City with the tech you have now, and you
See,
will
my-
sell. You will be purchasing gum at the 7-Eleven with yachts because you have so many yachts. How much is this gum? $2.99. Okay, just keep the change, and you just leave a yacht in the parking lot. A top to bottom remake of Vice City. What happened, Brian?
So I was gonna say I'd like to see my boy Lance Vance again in Vice City.
Yeah, but he's voiced by someone who passed away already.
That's
No?
not what I pogged at.
Or might no. Go
I
ahead.
don't know. But I looked at his bio.
Yeah.
He's part Dominican.
Did not know that. That didn't come through his voice acting when he played. Or,
Says
I might have
nationality?
forgot it.
Dominican and American.
In Miami? That's wild. Yeah, dude. Rockstar, you want to make a clean $1 billion? That's the remake you can make easy. Same with San Andreas. People love San Andreas. I'm more of a Vice City dude because I didn't have to worry about like the RPG elements, but
That's what I liked about San Andreas. Just I biked and then I was swole.
and you were swole, yeah.
I like that shit. The way how you play, mess with your stats and shit.
No, but I like Vice City because it was like Brandon knows the '80s stuff. You had the music in the '80s, the cars. The cars were all it. Yeah, dude.
The radio.
In my life.
Yeah, dude. They need Rockstar. Come on, pause GTA 6. We don't need that right now. What we need,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, they're like, yeah, right, bro. We're gonna stop making GTA 6. It's gonna make $250 on day one. But do I have? I have to look to see if I have GTA Vice City on PC because I would like to replay that again. Maybe not because the controls aren't the same as they are now. They're not modern, so it might feel weird.
If it's modded.
Maybe. Yeah. Okay. We're approaching 10 here. I don't know why I sounded like I'm working for NASA.
Yeah, we're approaching 10.
We're approaching 10 here. You're cleared for launch. Speaking of which, that's probably what I'm gonna do for about an hour before I go to bed and cry because I have to work tomorrow. But I'll probably do some Starfield right after this. Thank you guys for watching, listening. We'll be back next week. Oh, that was your question. My bad. Are we potting next week on my bird? Probably not. I gotta be completely honest with you.
You got plans?
To not do it. Yeah, to not do anything. Hopefully, right?
It's just gonna be gaming all day.
Yes.
I know exactly what you're gonna do.
Yes, sir. You don't have to. That doesn't need to be repeated. But you know exactly what's gonna be happening. Okay. So, yeah, that's gonna be a pat. We're not gonna have an episode next week, or maybe a different day. No, nope. Just don't worry about it. We'll see you guys in like 2 weeks, and by then I'll probably run credits by Starfield, maybe, depending on how much time I put in.
Are you serious? The game just came out. How short is it?
No, as in like I might sink a lot of time in.
Oh, okay. You sounding like you, because you said run credits usually means you're gonna beat the game.
Yeah, but the game has like a main quest, and then I think you can continue to play afterwards. So that's what I mean. Like, what I mean by that is just finish the main quest. But we'll see because I get distracted easily in it. But yeah, no episode next week. We'll see you guys after. Thank you guys for watching, listening, and we'll see y'all next time. Bye.